Live from the BDN Studios, it's Bang and Dang.
That's awesome.
If you don't like that, then
You ain't black.
Welcome back to Outlaws and Gunslingers, which host Bang and Dang, coming back for another true crime episode. Another Moida.
not a Moida. It's Moida.
Another murder. At least there's 2 suspects in this one, and at least one of them should have been in jail, so maybe the crime couldn't have happened or shouldn't have happened, but whatever you want to say.
There's a lot of them that shouldn't have happened.
We got the murder of Eve Marie Carson, March 5th, 2008, at Chapel Hill, North Carolina. She was a student at the University of North Carolina.
Oh, man.
By her attackers, Demario James Atwater and Lawrence Alvin Lovett Jr.
I couldn't even spell the name Lawrence right.
Well, that's how they spelt it. And, yeah, some messed up stuff happening here just for 2 guys that wanted to have nothing else better to do in their pathetic lives but go out and harm somebody.
Sad. So sickening. And it's probably preventable, as usual.
Before we get into the episode, we got a special announcement for you guys.
Special!
Just qualified, well, just signed up and was on a waiting list, but just got accepted to supporters on Spreaker, which is the podcast app that we host our podcast from. So if you guys want to support us, download the Spreaker app, and for $2 a month, you can get this show ad-free, no ads, all those annoying ads that you guys are hearing 5, 6, 7 times an episode. Give them ad-free and a day early. So if you guys are interested in that, only $2 a month. If not, then keep on listening to the free version, because either way, you're supporting us.
Yep.
But if you are interested in the ad-free, $2 a month, but
I mean, if you guys are doing a podcast, I would do it.
that's the thing, though. I mean, it's you got to download through the Spreaker app. So now, you got to really go out of your way to support somebody that way, because you're not going to be able to do it on Spotify or anything like that. I mean, you might be able to get the feed. I'm not sure. I have to look into that. But if you download the Spreaker app, either way, just check it out. The link will be in the description, and just check it out. See what you think about it. Click the link and explore. If not, like I said, just keep on listening to that old free version. Either way, you're supporting us, and cool for that. And check out our YouTube at Bang Dang Network, where we post full episodes, as well as shorts, clips, and our YouTube exclusive Dart League. But if you're just listening on that Spotify or Apple, make sure you give a review, share it with your friends, and answer that Spotify question. There we go. Another murder. Another brutal murder, actually, for no reason at all.
Why?
Starting out, we're going to profile the... she actually has quite the resume on her. She was a pretty important student at the University of North Carolina. She was born... Eve Marie Carson was born November 19th, 1985 in Athens, Georgia. Attended Clark Central High School, where she was elected president of the student body and was class valedictorian, so that tells you right there.
Damn.
Carson was also a member of the school's academic team and vice president of the school's National Honor Society.
Oh.
I mean, she's got it all going for her.
I mean, she must have been smart if she's still in college at the age of 23.
Well, 4 years. What do you mean?
It's like 5 years. Okay, she spent time volunteering as a peer educator at Athens Area Attention Home, which is a safe house for abused and runaway teenagers. Fantastic. She also served as a page in the United States House of Representatives and worked as a lab assistant in a stem cell research laboratory at the University of Georgia.
Jeez.
Georgia? Nice, look at that. She was going into politics.
Well, political science, so...
Carson attended college at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she majored in political science and biology. Her academic achievements earned her membership in the Phi, is it Phi? Mm-hmm. Phi Beta Kappa is the honor society.
Beta Kappa, yeah.
Yep. Honor society allowed her to become a recipient of the Moorhead Kane Scholarship. It allowed her.
Well, yeah. You have to have certain achievements, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
During college, Carson participated in and led numerous organizations and service projects. She was selected to be a North Carolina Fellow and take part in a 4-year leadership development program.
Damn.
She served as the co-president of the Honors Program Student Executive Board and as co-chairwoman of the UNC's chapter of Nourish International, which is a hunger relief organization. Dude, she's everything.
Right.
She was also a member of the Committee on Scholarships, Awards and Student Aid, the Academic Advising Program, the Chancellor's Committee for University Teaching Awards, the Chancellor Search Committee, the UNC Chapel Hills Board of Trustees, the Carolina Leadership Development Board, and the Athletic Council, and was an orientation counselor at freshman camp. Where does she get the time for this?
Right.
Holy moly, dude.
Non-stop stuff here, boys. Wow. Goodness. She
doesn't stop.
All right. She was inaugurated as president of UNC student body in April 2007.
Jeez.
Her term was due to expire in 2008 of that April. In this role, Carson served as a member of the university's board of trustees and many other committees, but viewed one of her most important roles as representing all of UNC students.
That's why you're the student body president.
Carson was especially vocal about providing students more predictable increases in school tuition.
So you know what you're going to be paying from
Right.
year to year, right?
And also the fees of like books and all that good stuff. One of her major platform points when running was, this was one of her major platform points when she ran for body president.
Her platform also included ideas to provide additional opportunities for all students, most notably the establishment of a prestigious scholarship for students in their junior year who showed outstanding commitment and service to the university.
Hey, I like that.
And the creation of an endowment to fund a big name speaker series that would be free for all students.
Oh, look
all
at
right.
that shit.
Getting a big name out there, like a big name. Carson volunteered with children. She was an assistant coach for the Girls on the Run program. In addition to coaching, she taught science to elementary school students as part of UNC's Inspire program and tutored middle school students.
Holy
dude, what? Second coming of Virgin Mary, dude.
Right. Does she sleep like 2 hours a day?
Not even.
Goodness
Holy moly.
gracious.
Adderall.
Well, I mean, at least now she's getting some rest. I'm sorry.
She's like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Oh, all right.
Carson studied abroad as well, traveling to several different countries. She also traveled to different parts of the United States. 2004, she participated in a wilderness leadership course in Wyoming through the National Outdoor Leadership School. During the summer of 2005, she traveled to Ecuador, where she volunteered in the rural countryside as a medical assistant. Worked on a coffee farm as well, and taught computer skills to members of the indigenous Siona community in the Amazon rainforest. Oh, shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Dang.
She's 20-something.
Has she never seen the Green Inferno? Don't go to the Amazon. What are you thinking?
Obviously, these guys, if she's teaching computer skills to them, I'm sure they're accepting of her.
Oh, man.
2006, Carson studied abroad with UNC spring semester.
Hey, she did more in her lifetime between the ages of 18 and 23 than I've done.
Than 99% of people have done.
Right.
It's crazy. She studied abroad with UNC spring semester in Havana, Cuba, and spent the summer working with the U.S. Naval Medical Research Unit in Egypt.
Oh, my.
She also was a reflections leader for the Apples, which is assisting people in planning, learning experiences, and service program at UNC.
Oh, my.
She was interested in scientific policy and planned to pursue higher education after graduating from UNC,
Dang.
either by attending graduate school and studying public health and or public policy, or by attending law school.
She was going to law school.
Prior to her death, she accepted a job at McKinsey & Company as a management consultant. Carson posthumously received the Chancellor's Award for Most Outstanding Woman in the Senior Class and the General Alumni Association's Distinguished Young Alumnus Award.
Holy shit.
Jeez,
How about the most outstanding woman on the East Coast or some shit
How
like
about
that?
the most outstanding 23-year-old in the history of 23-year-olds?
Wow.
Maybe.
Well, March 4th, night of, Levette called his friend Jason McNeil, asked him to drive him and his friend to Rio. His friend Rio to Chapel Hill, where he wanted to rob someone. McNeil declined. And Levette instead drove his mother's car to Chapel Hill, where he and Atwater searched for a victim. About 1:30 a.m., Carson's roommate, Justin Singer, he goes out, leaving Carson behind studying at their home at 202 Friendly Lane. Not that night. 3:30 a.m., UNC student Caroline Harper is talking on her cell phone in her car in the parking lot of the Pi Beta Phi sorority house on East Rosemary Street.
Or Beta.
Right. When she sees two men staring at her about 15 feet from her car. Frightened, she drives away and sees the men through a rearview window walking toward Friendly Lane. Ooh, she's lucky because that could have been her.
Well, Atwater and Levette then saw Carson going towards her car. They forced their way into Carson's car, with Levette getting in the driver's seat and Atwater getting into the back.
Oh, man.
They forced Carson into the back seat, where Atwater held her hostage with a gun to her head. The men threatened Carson and took her to several ATMs to rob her. 3:55 a.m., they robbed her of $700 at an ATM at University Mall in Chapel Hill. They also tried to rob her at an ATM in Durham, but were unable to withdraw money.
Yeah, 'cause she got $700. It's probably a limit.
That's the limit. 4:30 a.m., the roommate Singer returns home to find the door open, lights on, and Carson and her 2005 Toyota Highlander missing. He calls Carson on her cell phone, but nobody answers.
Why did they go back to the house? Why would the doors be open and all that? She was walking to a car, unless she was going.
Maybe she was going to. I doubt she was leaving at 3:55 in the morning.
Right, she's probably getting something. She probably never sleeps. Jeez.
Yep.
5:08 a.m.
Probably going to get like a charger or something.
Right. 5:08 a.m. Alexander Bokinski calls 911 after hearing gunshots and a woman scream behind her house on Maryland Drive. This is just off of East Franklin Street, about a mile from the North Carolina campus. Chapel Hill police officer Scott Felice finds a young woman lying on the road at Hillcrest Road and Hillcrest Circle. She has no ID, but is wearing a gold locket and white Be True wristband. The witness later testified that she had heard one gunshot, followed by a woman's scream, and then 3 more gunshots in rapid succession. Carson's body was tilted on her left hip with her right arm behind her head.
Well, the very next day, March 6, 2 a.m., concerned she hasn't heard from her roommate, Anna Lassiter, goes to the Chapel Hill Police Department, where she identifies Carson as the woman found the day prior.
Oh, man.
Investigators traced Carson's cell phone to a wooded area along eastbound U.S. Highway 15501, and at 2 p.m. that same day, police find Carson's SUV near the intersection of North and Hillsborough Streets. Damn. So they abandoned it, huh?
Levette told a friend of his during the crime, Carson tried to reason with their captors, telling them that they did not have to do what they were doing. She also begged for her life, telling them that they could take whatever they wanted and did not need to kill her. Levette and Atwater decided to murder Carson because she had seen their faces.
So, totally not her fault.
Right.
Put a mask on, I guess.
Idiots. They took her to a densely wooded neighborhood around a mile from UNC to carry out the moida. Carson realized that they were going to kill her. She asked them to pray with her. Oh, look at that.
Well, instead, she was shot 5 times. She first suffered shots in her right shoulder, right upper arm,
Terrible.
right buttock, and right cheek
Jeez,
from
guys
a
are terrible.
.25 caliber handgun. Blood found in Carson's lungs during her autopsy indicates that she was still alive and breathing after being shot with the handgun. The 5th and fatal shot she suffered was from a sawed-off 12-gauge shotgun. It went through her right hand, indicating that she tried to shield herself, and into her right temple and brain. According to a forensic psychologist and criminal profiler, the manner in which Carson was shot showed a quote-unquote complete lack of regard for another person.
Well, no shit.
Clearly, you got a sawed-off shotgun probably 3 inches from her freaking head.
Jeez. According to confidential informant, later revealed as prosecution witness Jason McNeil. Right. Both Atwater and Lovett had shot Carson. Lovett told McNeil that he had shot Carson with the handgun, while Atwater shot her with the shotgun. According to Levette's confession, Carson was still alive and moving after being shot several times. Well, you guys are terrible shots. You shot her in the leg and the arm, and
Shot her just in the shoulder and the cheek.
after being shot several times, she's still moving around. Atwater then stood over and shot her again, killing her with the shotgun. The medical examiner found no physical evidence that Carson had been sexually assaulted. However, Atwater touched her on different parts of her body and fiddled with her clothing.
Both Atwater and Levette had extensive criminal histories. Of course they did. Levette's criminal record includes convictions for drug possession, larceny, breaking and entering, and felony possession of a firearm. At the time, all we got to do is ban firearms and criminals won't get them.
Right.
At the time of Carson's murder, he was on probation for breaking into a house. 2014 opinion issued by the Court of Appeals of North Carolina. The court wrote that Levette has a lengthy juvenile record that exhibits a pattern of escalation of criminal activity.
He was constantly going to do stupid shit like this.
What year was this?
2008. Atwater, well, he's been previously convicted of several crimes as well, including possession of marijuana with intent to sell, trespassing, robbery, and assault. February 2005, he received 3 years probation after being convicted of breaking into a home. June 2006, police officer investigating a burglary confiscated a handgun from him. He went to jail right there. He pled guilty to possessing a firearm while on probation and was sentenced to more time on probation.
Of course it
my.
was. So pathetic.
February 20th, 2008, Atwater was arrested for carrying, just a few months before this, was carrying a gun while on probation, but was released on $10,000 hair bond and was set to appear in court on the 3rd of March. The case was assigned to the wrong courtroom, and the hearing was reassigned to March 31st. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know North Carolina was so freaking...
Oh, it's not just North Carolina. It's all these idiots.
This is just sad.
Due to the high-profile nature of the case, records such as the autopsy report and search warrants were sealed from public view in the months after the murder.
Why?
Because you can't let that stuff get out while you're still trying to try these guys. June 27, 2008, some information was released.
Oh.
Details and 6 warrants confirmed that $1,400 total was withdrawn from ATMs using Carson's card over a 2-day period after the shooting. He also revealed
700 once and then 700 again.
all that for $1,400.
I know it. And a car that they left abandoned.
Sad. They also revealed that Atwater admitted to being the suspect attempting to use the ATM card in a security video taken in a local convenience store.
Stupid.
And that Levette was indeed the person pictured in the original ATM surveillance photograph. The autopsy report was indeed released June 30th, 2008.
Freaking bullshit. 12th.
We'll get to what that says.
Well, on the 12th of March of 2008, first-degree murder charges were filed against Demario James Atwater, who was 21 years old at this time. His accomplice, Lawrence Elvin Levette Jr., who was 17 years old, was arrested and similarly charged the following day. Good. As an adult, hopefully, right?
Obviously.
21st of May, a report by Durham City Manager Patrick Baker reveals that Levette should have been in jail at the time of Carson's slaying, but was not because police didn't file appropriate charges against him during a November break-in. Of course they didn't. What the freak is going on? So that means it's negligence by the police officers, so sue the shit out of them.
You would think. July 7, 2008, both suspects were indicted on additional charges of first-degree kidnapping and armed robbery, along with felonious larceny and felonious stolen goods.
Jeez.
Atwater was also indicted on possession of a firearm by a felon and possession of a weapon of mass destruction, based on the specifications of the shotgun.
Yeah,
sawed-off shotgun. That is a mass destruction weapon.
You ain't getting jeez. October 2008, federal grand jury indicted Atwater, 1 count of carjacking, along with 3 firearm charges. Count 1, which was carjacking, resulted in death, carried a possible death penalty.
Better.
As a result of the Roper v. Simmons ruling, Levette could not face a death penalty because he was under 18.
Yeah.
Piss off.
April 19, 2010.
That's why you let him sit in jail.
Oh, no. It goes from when the crime was committed.
Piss off.
Yeah, well, April 19th, they still hold out hope for these stupid pieces of shit. Oh, they might be able to be reformed.
No, piss off.
Fuck off.
No reforming these people.
April 19th, 2010, Atwater pled guilty to federal charges of carjacking, kidnapping, and weapons possession. Judge James A. Beatty of the United States District Court in Winston-Salem sentenced him to life in prison plus 30 years on September 23rd, 2010.
No parole, hopefully.
Well, Atwater was ordered to undergo substance abuse treatment and pay restitution of $212,947.10 should he ever be released, which Judge Beatty noted was highly unlikely. What's life plus 30 years? So he's in there for like 70 years. Yeah. So life is like 25 years pretty much plus 30. So yeah, he's in there for till he's what? 70, 80? Yeah. He ain't getting out.
Well, at the sentencing hearing, Atwater turned to Carson's parents and said, "I'm sorry for everything that's happened. No matter what the court did today, it would be far from anything I should receive." Carson's parents declined to speak during the hearing. May 24, 2010, Atwater pled guilty to state charges of first-degree murder, first-degree kidnapping, armed robbery, possession of a firearm by a felon, possession of a weapon of mass destruction. And that's what we just said.
In exchange for his plea, state prosecutors agreed not to pursue the death penalty. Judge Alan Bador of Superior Court in Hillsborough subsequently sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder charge, and also imposed a concurrent sentence of 23 to 29 for the additional charge. Yeah, he ain't getting out of prison ever. But that without the...
I would have played with them and been like, I'll give you the one life without parole and then an additional 23 to 29 years with possibility of parole.
For good possibility to get released early on good behavior.
Shit. After pleading not guilty to state charges, first-degree murder, first-degree kidnapping, first-degree armed robbery, felonious larceny, felonious possession of stolen goods, Levette remained in custody while awaiting his trial, of course. He better have been, which began on the 6th of December in 2011. Like, it takes 3 years to do that shit. So stupid. Levette declined to testify during the trial. 20th of December, 2011, jury found Levette guilty of all charges. After the verdict, Judge Alan Bador, the same judge who sentenced Atwater, he said, "The life that Ms. Carson led was too short, but I know that she continues to be an inspiration, not only for her family, but for thousands in this community and across the country." Yeah, look at her work ethic.
Jeez, dude.
She probably could have been president.
She's impacted more people and changed more people's lives than, like I said, 99% of the people in this country or the world, for that matter.
Sickening.
Bador subsequently sentenced Levette to life in prison without the possibility.
Damn right.
Neither Levette nor Carson's parents spoke before the sentence was handed down. February 5th, 2013, the North Carolina Court of Appeals vacated Levette's life sentence and ordered a new sentencing hearing.
Why?
The decision relied on Miller v. Alabama, where the Supreme Court ruled that a mandatory sentence of life in prison without parole for defendants under 18 is cruel and unusual.
No, piss off. He's 17 years old.
Well, he's going to get sentenced to life with possibility after 25 years, I guarantee it.
3rd of June, a resentencing hearing was held. Prior to being sentenced, Levette said, people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I'm not a monster that y'all made me out to be. You are. After Bador...
Well, he was the one that stood over there and shot her with the shotgun.
Jackass. After Bador considered mitigating circumstances, Levette was again sentenced to life without parole. Perfect.
Cool.
Orange County District Attorney Jim Woodall said that Levette was a... I'm surprised they didn't go with a different judge. Or they can't.
I'm sure they can, but why?
All right. Orange County District Attorney Jim Woodall, he said that Levette was a predator and that he did not care about the consequences of his actions or about other people, obviously. He says this: he does not care about the other people. He cares about one person. He cares about Lawrence Levette, his dad.
Right. He's a junior. Woodall also said that Levette should not be allowed to ever victimize another person.
Damn right, except for his cellmate.
Right.
Or he's getting
He's right. Levette then appealed his sentence and argued that his lawyers may have made different trial decisions had they known about the upcoming Miller ruling.
Oh, piss off.
Oh, shut up. He also argued that had he been aware of upcoming state laws prohibiting life without parole for juveniles convicted of crimes other than first-degree murder.
It'd been a different story. Wait, he was the one that had the shotgun?
Pretty sure.
If he was the one with the... No, none of them.
But wait, it says prohibiting life without parole for juveniles convicted of crimes other than first-degree murder. He got charged with first-degree murder.
I mean, if he was there, and let's say the other guy was the only one that shot her, then he might have a possibility.
Well, he's saying if they would have known about that, they might have conceded his guilt to underlying felonies and focused more on defending against premeditation and deliberation as a basis for the murder.
Get the fuck out of here.
Did they plan on murdering?
I hate lawyers, dude. Lawyers are assholes.
Did they? Well, that's him saying that.
Right, but lawyers are going along. They're putting it in his head.
Well, obviously. Did they plan on murdering, though?
I don't think they planned on it.
So it can't be premeditation then.
They just went there like idiots and then realized, oh, shit.
We didn't wear masks or nothing.
Right.
We're idiots.
Fuck. Now you got to do something. Additionally, he argued that the sentence process granted the judge too much discretion, and that because he was not irretrievably corrupt, his life sentence was cruel and unusual.
You are irretrievably corrupt. You will never, ever be trusted to be in, what are they called? A functioning member of society ever again.
And
you piece of shit.
He has a rap sheet a mile long
Already, and he's only 17.
Get the freak out of here.
Well,
2014, North Carolina Court of Appeals upheld Levette's
Damn right they
sentence.
did.
Frick yeah. Prosecutors had also charged Levette with the January 2008 murder of 2000. What? This douchebag's going around the university just killing people?
Holy shit.
They also charged Levette with the murder of January 2008 murder of 2000.
2009-year-old.
Prosecutors had also charged Levette with the January 2008 murder of a 29-year-old Duke University engineering student, Abhijit Amahato, but he was found not guilty in July 2008.
Nah, they tried to pin it on him.
They were
like, well, what about this one?
Right. They had an unsolved murder, and they're like, we need to get this shit off the books.
Levette is currently serving his life sentence. I would assume so. He was previously incarcerated.
How far is Duke from Chapel Hill?
They're both in Carolina. One's in Chapel Hill, and the other one's in Durham. So,
Right. Oh, that's not too far away.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Well, the one was already charged for a crime in Durham.
Right.
He was previously incarcerated at Pasquotank Correctional Institution, a close and minimum custody in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He was transferred there on April 8, 2021. During his incarceration, he has committed 7 infractions. But he just argued that he was redeemable.
Right. And you got 7 infractions.
They include threatening to harm staff, disobeying orders, involvement with gangs, profane language, and possessing substance and audio, video, image devices.
Oh, jeez.
Cell phone. Levant is now incarcerated at the
Noose.
it was the Noose Correctional Facility. That better be like a level fucking 4.
Let me be level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a minimum and medium.
I mean, I guess. But well, to honor her life, the University of North Carolina established the Eve Carson Scholarship, officially the Eve Marie Carson Memorial Junior Year Merit Scholarship. I'm glad they went with the
That's
first
the one that she was trying to get for the juniors, right?
They did this in order to achieve Carson's goal of rewarding students who had grown significantly in the areas of academics, social justice, and leadership since their college matriculation.
Good for her.
Fantastic. Scholarship is entirely student run and is awarded annually to 2 juniors. So students get to vote. Nice. Not the little douchebags sitting in those suits in the office.
Right.
They're given annually to 2 juniors at the university and includes a $5,000 stipend for a summer experience and half cost of attendance for the students senior year. For a summer experience, that means
They get $5,000 to go wherever you want.
right.
Travel the world on us.
Fantastic. I like that.
Nice.
Good move.
The scholarship is intended to allow students to further give back to UNC by alleviating the financial burden of paying for college, upholding the scholarship's tagline of students celebrating students.
Nice.
The Moorhead Kane Scholarship also endowed a 4-year full merit scholarship in Carson's honor name.
Oh, shit. They don't ever do 4
And
years.
Carson's honor named the Eve Marie Carson Carolina Way Scholarship.
Oh, shit.
The scholarship is expected to help attract qualified out-of-state students to the university
I see.
and will provide recipients with additional programming and support during their undergraduate career.
I see. The case was brought to national attention again in the year 2009 after American Idol finalist Anoop Desai, who was a friend of Carson's, talked about her death on the show and how it motivated him to audition. On the 2nd anniversary of her death, UNC dedicated the Eve Marie Carson Garden in honor of her and all students, past and future, who died before graduation.
Good for them.
Garden is located near the campus YMCA,
Damn, got their own YMCA, huh?
organization in which Carson was active as well. Of course she was.
Right. She even worked at the local convenience store. She rewound
The
videos, even though she didn't have to because everything was DVDs by then, but she still did it, damn it.
She's like, no, I'm going to stay late and rewind the VHSs. Like, we don't even use those anymore. Yeah,
That's all right.
They say, please rewind.
Be kind.
Right. And it also,
She did it. Didn't she have a bracelet on that said be kind or something? Damn, she did everything.
and there's also a blue stone seat overlooking the campus's main quad.
Good for that.
Fantastic.
Is it like her looking over it or something?
Right.
One feature of the garden is a wall of Georgia marble inscribed with her words. Learn from every single being, experience, and moment. What joy it is to search for lessons and goodness and enthusiasm in others. Near the
It's okay, bud.
near the Memorial Garden is a Carolina blue butterfly shape. Yes, we know.
Right.
The Pi Beta Phi and Phi Delta Theta chapters of UNC now host the annual Eve Carson Memorial 5K for education in her honor.
Fantastic.
The race was established in 2008 and continues to grow each year.
Nice.
The money raised at the 5K benefits the Eve Carson Scholarship Fund, the Pi Beta Phi Literacy Fund, and CEO 14s. The 2014 race held on October 25th had over 1,600 registrants and raised over 116 grand. Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Finally, a distinguished lecture series created as part of the Carson Student Body President Platform was renamed in her honor in the fall of 2010 by the university's executive branch of student government. The series
Dude, you
aimed,
would think she was president of the United States or something.
I mean, pretty much.
Jeez.
I mean, she was already in the House of Representatives.
That's right. Like, holy shit.
The series aimed to bring big-name speakers to campus in order to challenge students
Right.
and spark discussion. Fantastic. Speakers have included Elizabeth Edwards, Greg Mortensen, Fatou Bensouda, Mika Brzezinski, and most recently, former White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs.
All right. All right. How's the weather out there? Did you catch the game? North Carolina General Assembly took legislative action in the wake of Carson's murder, passing the North Carolina Street Gang Suppression Act in the summer of 2008. The law, which went into effect on December 1st, imposes specific criminal procedures and additional and heightened penalties for offenders involved in criminal gang activity.
Oh.
It applies to crimes committed on or after its effective date.
Right.
March 2012, controversy arose when an Indian consulting firm distributed advertising posters containing a copyrighted photo of Carson.
What do you mean Indian? India or
Like India.
Native America?
India.
Of course, India's going to... Man, these Indians.
What
These
what
guys.
do they use their photo for? Like,
Obviously for anything.
They're so stupid.
Jeez. 6th of March, 2008, 3 p.m. UNC's Chancellor James Moser spoke to the student body on the Central's Quad. Polk Place, that's where it was. And at 7 p.m., students organized a candlelight vigil in the pit. A sunken plaza, which is a sunken plaza near the Student Union building. Cool. That's why they call it a pit, I guess, right?
Right.
Service included singing by 3 students, which was a cappella, and a slideshow of photos of Carson. Hundreds of people attended Carson's funeral home in Athens on the 9th of March, including Moser.
Good for him, huh?
Okay.
In honor of Carson, the North Carolina men's and women's basketball teams wore a black badge on their jersey that read Eve for the remainder of their seasons.
Fantastic.
March 8, 2008, before the start of the Carolina Duke men's basketball game, there was a moment of silence in Carson's honor. Carson's dual major bachelor's degree was posthumously awarded for the first time in the university's history
No shit.
to her surviving family, which were her parents and brother, at the May 2008 UNC graduation ceremony she would have attended had she lived. She was posthumously awarded the General Alumni Association of UNC's 2009 Distinguished Young Alumni Award as well.
Such sad shit there. That's ridiculous. All because a guy was either high on something or
Or no, just
he was broke.
or just piece of shit criminals
Right.
like oh shit, piece of shit criminals that are just out to let's go rob somebody because it's fun.
Sick.
And we're pieces of shit.
Dumb, and they couldn't even rob right because then they had the murder afterwards. So stupid.
Not only that, how stupid do you have to be to not know that there's a limit on the ATM? Clearly, these guys don't have a job or a life or never had a bank
don't
account in
know.
their life to
Like, what do you
know
mean
there's
you
a
can't- I
limit.
can't take out anymore. You lying bitch.
Jeez, dude, I swear. And of course, one of them should have been in jail.
Of course.
And
it would never even happened.
sad.
Sickening.
Another case of
Justice system failing to
Delinquent.
protect our community.
the cop didn't file the right charges. You guys are idiots, man.
Ridiculous.
I hope that cop feels like an idiot. Stupid. Ay. All these cases are just retarded.
Just dumb.
Yes, sir.
Ridiculous stuff here. This is the stupidest. I mean, this lady could have been like, who knows?
She could have, right?
Man,
Who knows what the hell she would have went on to do? Holy crap! Chick was doing 70 different things a day.
ridiculous.
Never slept. Holy crap! She could be like,
Anything.
well, she could be. What would she be?
She could be in the
She'd
House of Representatives now.
She'd be like 30-something right now. She could be an AOC type.
Right.
Well, hopefully smarter. Probably
Well, she's
smarter.
most
and,
likely a Democrat.
well, you know that.
Most likely.
UNC, yeah. But still, you never know.
Right.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy stuff. That is what happens when you are reading about true crime.
It's true.
Speaking of true crime, next week we have another true crime, which is the disappearance of Susan Powell, who disappeared December 2009.
Really?
And her husband Joshua was named a person of interest,
Of
but
course.
was never charged and remains unsolved as of officially. But that's not where it all goes, because they were, after her death.
Oh, no, they're an LDS church? Oh, shit.
Well, after her death, her parents tried to fight for custody for the 2 kids that they have together. But the piece of shit Joshua didn't like that and killed both of his sons and himself.
What?
Yes.
Well, you just gave away everything.
No, I didn't, because there's a lot more to do with that.
My goodness. What a piece LDS.
Yeah, we'll get into that case next week. In the meantime, like I said, if you guys,
Fucking Utah.
I mean, it's just a suggestion. We just got accepted to it for Spreakers. If you you want the show a day early and without ads, download the Spreaker app. Click the link in the description $2 a month. I mean, if not, like I said, continue listening to the free version, and either way, you're going to support us and whatever works for you guys.
Right.
And Bang Dang Network on YouTube, and hit that question on Spotify. Also, give us a review and share us with your friends, and we shall be back next week for probably even more infuriating stuff, because this guy's a piece of shit, is Joshua Powell. So we'll get to that next week. We'll see you then. We are the Month of Michigan. Just
Bang dang.